This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. If this doesn't sum up the state of our society, the things that people care about seeing more or hearing about or learning, and just shows you how dumbed down our world is. Take a look at what is trending #1 worldwide on YouTube. And it's mind-blowing that people don't see how YouTube pushes this stuff to continue the dumbing down of society. Like, this is safe and this is healthy and this is okay, so we'll make this #1 trending. We'll put it in the trending section. People making a cake out of lipstick.
Today, I'm gonna be baking lipsticks into a cake and then eating said cake. So that's what we shall be doing today. We're gonna be making a cake with bite-edible lipsticks as a key ingredient. And I guess we'll see if it turns into a cake or maybe just a puddle of wax, and also how it tastes. Now, once I had my mind made up about making a lipstick cake, the next question was, what kind of cake would be best for showcasing/tasting the lipstick? I have tried bite lipsticks before, as in I've eaten them before, and besides the waxy undertone, they have a kind of sweet, lemony taste and smell to make a lipstick funfetti cake, where we could use small chunks of different colored lipsticks in place of sprinkles. So there would be pieces of lipstick still intact throughout the cake that you would encounter as you eat. This I also feel would showcase the variety of shades the best, because they wouldn't just be all blended together in the batter, they'd be more like fun surprises. So that's what I decided we're gonna make. So I think our next step is to just start dicing. Now, I do have a little bit of experience with chopping lipsticks, but not with chopping lipsticks to eat. So, I don't know, they seem pretty similar, but we'll see. Before I do the first chop. #1 being that when we melted all of the lipsticks from Sephora together, we kind of like tried to get the entire lipstick out, including the like sort of bit that's under here. So I'm gonna try and like get the whole stick out first and then chop.
Oh, that was sexy as hell.
See, that's what I wanted. So now like the whole tube is out. Let me get a paper towel.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, look, I've got a big chunk of lipstick at the bottom. Oh yeah, that's wax. That's big time wax. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Cheers to all of you watching at home. Here's a big old bite.
Concerned face? Uh-oh.
That's amazing!
Oh yeah!
I mean, you can't make it up, right? And the response would be from these people, oh, come on, everybody's just having fun. What are you going to eat next? We got people we got them eating what? Tide Pods, literally drinking laundry detergent. We got elitists up there in the hilltops with their palatial palaces eating turds. I mean, what are we going to be eating next? Rubber duckies? I mean, everything apparently is just edible. These are the things that YouTube makes trending, which is just so funny about how this whole thing works. Because they push this stuff, they push it, and then they suppress content of people who are actually questioning the narrative of the mainstream media, or questioning the things that they're seeing on television, or questioning the things that are becoming popular, right? And all this is them wanting to continue the dumbing down of a nation, where their interest levels and their what do they say? The attention span of people is so small now. Like, you can't even talk to somebody for 10 seconds without them looking down to their phone or, completely drawing a blank. You can look at people's eyes, and 10 seconds in, if you bring up anything that might not be about eating a Tide Pod or playing Pokemon Go, they completely just draw a blank in their eyes because they don't know anything, right? And the only stuff that all these people know is the regurgitated lies that they learn in the school system. But this is the kind of crap. #1 trending worldwide, or at least in America on YouTube, I baked lipstick into a cake. First, they tell you why it's safe to eat lipstick, because they go through the ingredients. They say, well, it's nothing wrong with eating wax. Sure, why don't I just go dine tonight on my Yankee Candle? Is that what I should do? Maybe we'll all just, when we get hungry, we'll just eat our candles. You got a vanilla candle? I guess it tastes like vanilla cake. I mean, huh? The stuff they show, and the person, hello friends, we did this to have a good explanation as to why. These are the stuff that they write in the comment section. It's like, I'm impressed. It looked good. Other people like, I'm going to make it myself. And even the fact that this is something that people want to click on and see. I see this at the top, I'm just going, you've got to be kidding me. This is, and this isn't new. Right? These are the kinds of stupid things, like somebody takes a bath in a bathtub filled with cheese puffs. Like, wow, how interesting, how fun. But this is the new teen generation and the generations below it. That's why it's so important for the people who listen to my channel who are teens to become leaders, to learn this information, not just the information I give other people, the information they give. Use your discernment on the things that you think are truth. Realize that Christ is the truth, the only truth, really, in this world. But I'm talking about truths in the news, truths in the agendas, because you're dealing with pretty much walking, talking zombie robots who are more interested in watching somebody knife up lipstick. I mean, imagine how much all this lipstick costs. They buy like boxes of lipstick. The cake itself, you go buy a Funfetti cake, what is it, like $5, the mix? And the icing, maybe $10? And they buy 10 things of lipstick and they decide to put it in there. This is the stuff they do. And they love this stuff. The elites get off on this stuff. On the it's not a perversion, but in a sense it is to them, just showing how stupid and how dumb people are. They love it because they're the ones who have made people this way. They've created this false matrix of lies, right? The information that we receive, the history of the world, is nothing but made up lies. And then they do stuff like this, where they could just go, oh, yeah, we're going to have kids eat Tide Pod or Pied Tots, whatever. I don't even know what they're called. Tide Pods, is that what they were? And do all of these ridiculous things. Set their hands on fire. Remember that one? People putting their hands over the stove and burning themselves. And they do it because they're like, oh, I'll be trending on YouTube, or I'll be cool, or I'll be popular. It's like the world's turned into this popularity contest, which is what makes me sick about YouTube. And even the fact that my channel is as popular as it is, because I never did this for fame. That's why I don't show my face or anything like that. It's about the information. It's about trying to help people, or at least point them in the right direction, so that they can realize that this whole system is nothing more than a controlled system, right? And the whole point of this system is for them to keep control and to keep power, to pretend and give the illusion that the citizens have power, that the citizens are in control, that they vote, that they elect the leaders, that, they can become whatever they want. All this stuff you hear is nothing but lies. Oh, yeah, you could become the next Tom Cruise. Sure you can if you're born into a bloodline, or, you're ready to sacrifice your firstborn child and someone else's or your mother and then eat it. I mean, that's pretty much how this system works, the secret brotherhood. But they'll tell you, oh, you could do this, you could do that. So people stay in school and continue to get indoctrinated with the crap and the lies of the system. And then this is what churns out of the system, right? You get 3 million people in a day, 3 million people watching a video about how to bake your lipstick into a cake. I mean, it's a tutorial. I mean, she's going through it. She's like, oh, it's not so bad. It looks like funfetti. Here it comes out of the oven. Let's eat lipstick. Right? I mean, why don't you just take the lipstick, rub it on your face, stick it up your ear, and eat it? Because, I mean, it's the same health value. It's real great for your body. I mean, the stuff that people are putting in their bodies at this point in time, I mean, you might as well just be ready to be damned. That's, we know depopulation is the top agenda, always is. Killing people off, reducing the population as best they can. But it's just amazing to me that people are even interested in seeing this stuff. It's like, let's watch the most ridiculous, stupid thing we could possibly see. For what reason? This is a 25-minute video. 25 minutes about baking lipstick into a cake. And this person has 8 million subs and 3 million views. And I'm not saying that. Don't be like, well, you're saying that because, well, don't be jealous of the view. Could care less. I'm saying it from, look at this world we're living in. Look at the things that are priorities, the things that matter, the things that interest people. I mean, if this is something that interests you, and you sit through 25 minutes, that's the funny part, the ironic part. None of these teens have attention spans longer than 5 seconds or 10 seconds. But I'm sure they could sit through 25 minutes of this because they're enamored with the fact she's eating lipstick. I mean, next thing, what is the next video? Eating a shower curtain, eating metal, chewing on glass. I mean, these are probably all things that have already been trending on YouTube anyway. But I thought I would just let you know, it's just so unbelievable to see that stuff like this is #1 trending. Like, this just sums up America. And this has nothing to do with freedom of anything. I mean, this is just, it shows you the stupidity, right? And of course, yes, YouTube puts it there. And this is what YouTube wants. They want to censor anyone else's opinion on stuff, but they'll tell you that something like this is safe. Isn't this dangerous? Isn't this harmful on children? What if some 10-year-old, just instead of putting lipstick on their mouth, decides to chew their lipstick like it's a starburst and suddenly swallows it and gets sick? Is YouTube liable for promoting this? Shouldn't they be? If they're saying that people like us are liable for any of these events that occur if we speak against the narrative because we're so dangerous for questioning that the government will be doing anything to us. We're talking about vaccines, how they've completely, whitewashed vaccination videos that aren't pro-vaccination off the web, off of YouTube, right? But they can promote stuff like this and make, eat your lipstick, folks. Eat whatever you want, Go ahead. Why don't you just go into your closet, start eating your clothes? Oh, yeah, this is all safe. And of course, this is the thing. They'll tell you, they're like, it's only #1 trending because the people like made it trending. Couldn't be less true because you can see that some of the videos that they put in the trending section have like 25,000 views. So that wouldn't make it trending. Okay, these are the people who are all YouTube, promoted, who are all probably, government operatives or at the very least, bloodline related, becoming YouTube celebrities instead of Hollywood celebrities. It's the same difference for these people. And their job is to dumb down, to completely just, I can't even think of the proper word, make a society of mindless, mind-controlled, dumb sheep, which is exactly what we have. So people are baking their lipstick into cakes. YouTube's promoting it. But again, you can't talk about truth on here, but we sure can promote you eating toxic things such as lipstick. But they'll tell you it's not toxic. Yeah, right. It's lipstick, for crying out loud. I thank you for listening to today's show. Somebody give me a break, please.